Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to Earth's Mightiest Comics, the show where we talk about Marvel Comics from 1961 to present day in chronological order, talking about the good, the bad, the crazy, all of that good stuff. My name is Arden. With me here at the couch, as always, is my co-host Sebastian Villanova.
Woot woot.
We're back! After 2 weeks of taking off, we are back. I will say the first week is partially my fault, because I'm not going to lie, I had not read like 7 of the comics.
Is that why you...
That's why I tried to push it back, yeah. Because I was like, here's the thing. Because when I texted you, I was seeing Spider-Man for the 3rd time.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm not going to have time to read all these before he gets there. Because it was like at 2 p.m. that I was watching the movie, so I was like, we gotta push it back. But then Sebastian told me he was getting on a plane when I wanted to push the recording back. So I was like, hey, let's do the Spider-Man Far From Home review then. But Sebastian was like, I have not seen the movie.
I hadn't seen it yet.
And then he was out of town still last week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, apologies for the wait on that. We will try not to let that happen again. But we're back, and, you know, we're doing extra content this week, so hopefully that will make up for some stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, we've got some stuff here. We're doing comic stuff. I still have not finished all of them.
He hasn't finished the last one.
I was... Sebastian got here earlier than I thought he was going to, as I was reading the last one.
10 minutes early, guys.
Yeah.
It was...
I would have finished it by that point, Sebastian. You're usually like 10 to 20 minutes late, so I was...
like 5.
5 to 10. 5 to 10.
I had to put in gas while I left earlier.
So Sebastian's probably going to carry that last one a little bit more than usual.
Yeah.
Let's get into this. Tales of Suspense... That is a hard sequence of words to say. I'm leaving that in, though. Tales of... Fucking fuck.
Alright, I got this, guys. Tales of Suspense, number 40. Iron Man versus Gargantus.
Okay. So, okay. This is the first appearance of Iron Man's gold suit.
Yeah.
It's also the first appearance of Iron Man making fucking roller skates for his suit. They don't go away either. They're just there for so long, and they're so dumb. We've been recording for like 2 minutes. I'm already angry about this. So, this issue is really weird because we don't actually get to the main story until like 2/3 of the way.
Yeah.
So, this whole first part is basically just a montage of Tony with his like 3 lives as an inventor, a playboy,
and then Iron Man himself.
Right. And we have like a montage of Iron Man stopping some crimes.
Yep.
And then during one of these incidents, it's like a circus thing.
Yeah, it was with animals.
The animals all like escape and start trying to eat people.
Yep.
He tries to save them, tries to save all the people, and they're like, his suit is so gray and dull, and it makes him feel so much less human.
Yeah, they're basically scared of his gray suits.
Right.
So he asks his date,
yeah,
basically for suggestions, and so she basically is like, make it gold.
And then he does, and that's apparently all that's needed.
Yeah, it's just gold. That's it.
So he redesigns the suit. He goes to pick up his date from the airport, but the airport is shut down.
Well, not the airport in general.
Right, the airport that she's coming from.
Got shut down.
Which is in a different country.
Yes.
So, Tony flies to this town. There's this dude named Gargantus.
Yeah.
He's put up a wall, and he's threatened everybody, and so they all attack Iron Man.
Yes.
So, Tony is like, yo, they're all under a spell. So he destroys a statue of Gargantus that they're all worshipping in order to try to break the spell.
Yeah, but it doesn't work. So Iron Man basically broadcasts a challenge to Gargantus himself. And Gargantus obviously takes the bait. He comes.
We should mention, Gargantus is a very large Neanderthal man with, like, hypnotic eyes.
Yeah. Iron Man notices the eyes. He's like, the sun is reflecting off his eyes, which is, like, releasing, like, a hypnotic spell. But then he realizes the sky is dark, like, it has dark clouds above it. There's no way sunlight can get through.
Right.
So he notices something's wrong there, basically. So he leads Gargantus on this wild goose chase through the city. Then he throws magnets at Gargantus, and it basically rips Gargantus apart, revealing he's a giant robot sent by aliens.
Yeah, so the aliens are hiding behind the cloud.
Yeah.
And the spell wears off, and they all retreat, and everything is all okay.
Yeah.
Except this comic. This comic is not okay. This comic is shit.
No.
I was kind of okay with it until he was a robot. And that's when I was like, fuck this. I'm not doing this. It's 1 star.
It's always aliens or communists.
This is where we start getting to the point where it's aliens, communists, or giant robots. We add a third one in.
We add a third one. All right.
So yeah, 1 star for me. I hate this one.
All right. I'll put it down to 1 star.
Yeah. Did you put it at 2 originally?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did. But my comment here was they used magnets appropriately.
They did do that. Yep.
It's not used against people.
Yeah.
Retardedly. I thought it
it's
was
about time.
I thought I read a comment and it was like Stan Lee is finally reading up on how magnets work. I was like,
now the magic thing that solves everything is transistors, and he also doesn't know how that works either.
Yeah.
Because transistors are like electric shit, I think.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
Anyway, let's move on. Journey into Mystery number 92. The day Loki stole Thor's magic hammer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, start off with Loki. He is chained to a rock. This is kind of strange because his original punishment was way worse than this one, where he was a tree.
He was a tree. Now he's just chained to a rock.
Right. They're like, you've been breaking my rules so much, I'm going to lessen your punishment each time you do it.
Yeah, it's stupid.
So, we cut over to Don Blake's office. A couple of wounded criminals come by, and they force Don to save them. This is the exact same fucking plot of the Thunder God and the Thug. So, Don does it. Then he turns into Thor. I've considered doing my thing here.
They were looking away.
Away. He does stamp his hammer in the same room. They were looking away. So I didn't automatically give it 1 star.
Yeah, they were looking away.
But also at the same time, where the fuck could Don be hiding? He's on a wall. He's in a room with 4 walls.
That was yeah. But, yeah.
So, he takes out the criminals, he takes them to the police, and then he goes to help a movie studio make a movie, including one scene where Thor throws the hammer. Again, though, this is we're halfway through the comic and the story is just actually starting to start here. So, Loki... Oh, man, this is ridiculous.
I didn't like this part.
So, Loki is chained up by chains made of uru, which is the same metal that Thor's hammer is made of.
Yep.
So this somehow, though, makes it attract Mjolnir?
No, so what Loki does is, because Loki is watching Thor do the whole recording thing, with his magic eyesight or whatever, and he sees Thor throw the hammer, so what he does is he magnetizes his chains, which attracts Mjolnir into smacking the chains and breaking it.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought that was stupid. I don't see how Loki can do that, but whatever.
So anyway, Loki's like, I'm going to fight Thor on Asgard, so I'll have the home advantage.
Yep.
But Thor lives in Asgard, too. I get that Dawn lives on Earth, but, Thor is from Asgard. So anyway, Thor summons Odin, who takes him over to Asgard to search for Mjolnir. We should mention, the 60-second rule does not apply in Asgard.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. I lowered my rating because I was like, what the hell? Where is this 60-second rule all of a sudden?
Right. It's because when he's in Asgard, he's in the home of the gods, so the 60-second rule doesn't apply. So, Thor somehow wanders into Loki's forest.
Yep.
How would he's just taking a nice stroll. You'd have to know where that is, though. Pay attention to where you're going. So he's attacked by some trees. This is such a ridiculous sequence because he just keeps making hammers.
At first he made a hammer out of the wooden trees and uses it to defeat the trees attacking him.
Right. Which Loki, he can't, for some reason he can't destroy them with his fists.
Well, I don't know.
But even though it does show him doing it at one point, it says, I can't defeat these with my fists.
Maybe it was too many to defeat by his fists alone? I don't know.
Anyway,
Loki then burns that wooden hammer with magic. So then he does, what does he do? He fucking makes...
Loki makes some clouds into dragons.
Yeah.
And then Thor is like, I don't have a hammer anymore.
He's the fucking god of hammers all of a sudden.
Boy, I guess Odin was wrong in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Thor is the god of hammers.
He's the god of hammer, not the god of thunder.
So he digs his hand into the stone and makes a stone hammer and takes it out, but then it's revealed that It was Uru?
That stone that he used the hammer for was, in fact, the exact same.
I'm sorry. There's no way, even if you're a god, Uru's like unbreakable metal. You can't dig into that with your fingers and pull out a hammer from it.
No.
So anyway, but then his new Uru hammer
is like
gets attracted to Mjolnir.
Yeah, I think it was attracted to the exact same chains because I think they were still magnetized to the Uru, and so he found Mjolnir, and then he basically becomes a tattletale and tells everybody Loki's out, and they capture him. And that's it.
Yeah. It's not, like, painful to read.
No.
But talking about this stuff out loud does make me realize how stupid some of this is. So, I did put it at 3 stars, but I'm dropping it to 2.
Yeah, I have it at 2, so I'm gonna leave it at 2 because I think it's still a 2-star read because it's not like boring to read. It's just It's just stupid. There's so many like dumb things. Crafting of hammers everywhere. The magnetism. It's just no.
Fantastic Four.
Number 14.
14. The Merciless Puppet Master. We start out with the Fantastic Four returning from the moon, and they all get mobbed by fans.
Yep.
And they escape to the Bachelor Building. Yeah, so Reed here at this point, they go back to the Bachelor Building, and Sue is like, I think I'd better do a little house cleaning. And then Reed is like, yeah, do it. Just do it silently. Like, that's pretty bad. Reed is still the worst character. He's the worst. Yeah, anyway, from there on, they're all just kind of hanging out. I don't know what the hell is up with this, but Sue is just like looking for Namor with an underwater viewing screen, just like searching the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't know. They have this whole thing where Reed is like, why are you still searching for this dude?
Yeah. So anyway, the Puppet Master is back. He didn't die last time.
Nope.
He returns out of hiding, and also surgery. Does he have to get surgery? Anyway, he's like, I'm going to get revenge on the Fantastic Four by using Namor the Submariner.
Yes.
So
he was debating who to use. He was thinking of Dr. Doom, but he had no idea where he was.
Yeah.
Mole Man, some other dude.
Mole Man is fucking terrible.
Yeah, and so he decided upon the Submariner.
Right. So Namor at this moment is looking for his people.
Yes. He found a clue as to where they were.
But before he can follow that clue, he gets controlled by the Puppet Master.
Yes.
And is forced to send a message telling Sue to meet him through a minto fish.
I don't know, man.
It's like a telepathic fish, I guess. Oh, right. Didn't he, like, send an actual fish to her? And then it was like, you needed...
I don't know. It was like, I think it was like a telepathic thing.
Oh, yeah. It's a weird fucking thing. So anyway, Sue goes to meet him. Namor is standing there, and then he just steps aside, and there's a hypno fish just floating behind him in the air. And then it hypnotizes her.
Yep.
And Namor captures her.
Yeah.
So
he then projects himself into the Baxter Building with the rest of the Fantastic Four, and he basically tells them he's captured Sue. I challenge you to a duel.
To a duel, yeah. So Fantastic Four are like, all right, we gotta get ready. So they like tell the police what they're doing. Ben goes to meet Alicia and be like, yo, if I don't make it back, like, here's what I'm doing. But then they just bring her along?
Yeah, Reed was like, I knew you were bringing her. Get on. I don't know why he brought her in the first place.
Yeah, and why would anybody else let her? Like, she's blind.
I honestly don't know why.
She has no combat training or anything. She's just a blind person. She's not Daredevil. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Ben is just putting her in danger.
He literally is. Like, I don't know.
So, anyway, they go into the ocean. They're attacked by, like, a whole bunch of traps. There's, like, some spiky things, an underwater tornado. Johnny manages to, like, counteract the tornado with his heat.
Yep.
And then his heat goes out in the water, and he just somehow does not die. So they get back. He gets back up. Their sub gets eaten by a giant clam.
Yes.
And then they just wake up in Namor's house.
Yeah.
And so it's revealed that Sue is in an air bubble in a tank full of water with an octopus squeezing the air bubble trying to break it.
Yes.
Is it an air bubble or a glass bubble?
It was like glass, I think.
Because if it's air, you don't need to squeeze that. It'll just pop.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it was a glass thing.
So, Johnny fights Namor, but he loses his flame to the Flame Eater plant.
Yes. Flame Eater weird thing.
And then so they all fight. Ben gets like trapped in fungus.
Yes. Escapes pretty easily, honestly.
Yeah. Then Ben fights a squid.
The same squid that was trapping
Sue.
Sue.
And then again, now this time he rescues Sue, but this time Ben is sexist instead of Reed. Ben thinks to himself as he's rescuing Sue, brave kid, not a whimper out of her. First time I ever saw a female who could keep her mouth shut so long.
Okay, that's pretty sexist.
Yep. Yep, absolutely. So that happens. Puppet Master then orders Namor to just kill the Fantastic Four as Reed is trying to talk him down. But Namor cannot pull the trigger on Sue.
No.
So Alicia now has like super senses, and she's like, my father is involved. So Namor accidentally hits the trigger to the gun. It's like a gas gun, I guess, but Reed has made a device that protects them from the gas.
Yeah, it's like a mask, basically.
Yeah. And so they...
Same mask, kind of, that Ant-Man used.
Right.
It's kind of the same thing. And
so they rush Namor, and Sue tries to stop them. And then the squid escaped its cage and just crushes the Puppet Master's sub. But why the fuck was he even nearby? Because we know he doesn't need to be to control these people.
Who knows, man? Who knows?
So anyway, Puppet Master is supposedly dead for the second time in a row. And Namor's spell is lifted, and the Fantastic Four leave. I don't know. I put this at 3 stars, but I kind of want to give it 2.
I gave it 3.
I think I'm going to drop it to 2.
You're dropping it to 2?
Yeah. This might be the first time that you've given a Fantastic Four issue higher than I have.
I don't know. I don't really like Fantastic Four ones that much. This one, so... Well, I'm not really a fan of the Puppet Master, man.
Yeah, that's
not
understandable.
Really a fan of that. I think I might have given it so high because Sue was like, I'm choosing Reed over you.
Did she do that?
Yeah, she's like, when he got out of his trance, he's like, Sue, are you here finally to take place beside me under those? And he's like, no, I'm still with Reed, and for as long as I can be, I will.
I think she said, I'm still with Reed for now.
She's like, I'm gonna stay faithful to Reed. And I was like, fucking, alright, fine.
That's not the last time, though, that they have this debate thing between, there's this love triangle. Okay, well, I can tell you who the Puppet Master is better than. The Mad Master of Time. Which is the title of the next issue. Tales to Astonish number 43. This is Ant-Man. This is a weird one.
Yeah.
So, we start with this scientist being fired from his lab because the employers think that he is too old. This is a legitimate problem.
Yes.
It's still something that's happening in today's world, actually, to my knowledge. But I don't think this comic handles it very well.
No.
So he's like, I've got a grandson who really likes science, and I want to show him all my science stuff at this lab, and now I can't do that. So he's like, I'm going to get revenge, so I'm going to make a device that can age or de-age anything as much as I want.
He made this his entire plan too complicated.
Yeah, also, how did he make this machine so quickly?
He's smart, man.
No. This is beyond smart. This is beyond anything. Even by Marvel science standards, this should have taken several years to make.
Oh, yeah. No, but his plan is essentially to make everybody else old.
Right.
He could have just made himself young.
I know, yeah.
And problem solved.
I know. Yeah, so he goes to a zoo and he kind of tests it out. And he tests it on some elephants. And Hank just happens to be here, so he investigates, but he doesn't see anything.
Yeah.
So then he tests his rays on humans. And then he's like, then he delivers a threat to the police where he's like, put me in charge or I'll take over the city.
Yes, that's what it was.
So Hank hears about this, and he manages to find out who the person is.
Yes, through some detective work.
Right. I don't remember exactly how he does it, but...
He, went to, different labs and asked them, if anyone had been, fired or, angry recently, and they said this one dude was fired for old age.
Right. He's like, connection.
Yeah.
So... Hank goes over to confront him. The Time Master makes Hank old and traps him in a flower pot. Yep. But then Hank just changes sizes and escapes.
Yeah.
And he goes to find the Time Master. He's really old now.
Yep.
So the Time Master shoots his ray at a crowd of people, but his grandson is there as well. And he gets caught in the ray. And then he's like, oh no, I have to undo this. I don't want my grandson to be old. But then he just drops the ray off the side of the roof.
He freaking is a clumsy little dookie. Drops it. His Ant-Man's ants catch it. they all reverse back to time. His grandson and grandfather have heart-to-heart. Grandfather gets arrested.
But then the Time Master isn't actually put in jail, though.
No. Ant-Man spoke on his behalf and was like, he was just in a state of, like, disarray or something.
And then the jury was like, yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense. And so,
which is dumb. That would never happen.
And then he got his job back because he made that really cool time gun.
Yeah, the resolution makes no fucking sense in this.
I don't think that's how real law stuff works.
Yeah.
I don't think you can just be like, yeah, no, he was in a state of disarray, he's fine.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, alright.
Yeah, this one's bad.
Yeah.
1 star for me.
I think I actually gave it a 2. But I gave it a 3.
You gave it a 3?
Oh my god.
What the hell?
Oh, hell no. That's what I was thinking. That's a 1 star for me. What the hell?
Okay. Next up, Tales of Suspense 41. The Stronghold of Doctor Strange.
Yes.
This is not actually Doctor Strange.
No, not actually Wizard Doctor Strange. This is just some really smart dude who goes by the name Doctor Strange.
Yeah. So this story starts with 6.5 pages of absolutely nothing.
No.
He's like talking about his love life and performing for a charity event.
Yep.
So after that 6.5 pages of nothing, we had Doctor Strange in prison after having been struck by lightning when he was being arrested, which increased the electrical energy of his mind.
That's how lightning works, guys.
Making him... This makes him like telepathic, it seems like.
No, it just makes him really smart. That's all it did.
Are we sure? Because I'm pretty sure he can control electricity from his mind in some cases in this.
Did he?
We'll see. I don't remember exactly, but... anyway, he builds this gadget that hypnotizes Tony as when he's Iron Man.
Yes.
Right, it affects the it's not him.
No,
but it affects the electricity in Tony's brain, which hypnotizes him?
Yes. Yes.
So Tony breaks Doctor Strange out of prison.
Yep.
And
that's a weird saying. Breaks Doctor Strange out of prison.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it is revealed that Strange is doing all of this for his neglected daughter and wants to give her the world. So he threatens the world with a gigantic bomb if they do not surrender to him.
Yes.
So everybody just tries to immediately bomb the stronghold that he's in. They don't try to talk to him or anything. They're like, nuclear bombs!
Yeah, no. Which wouldn't make sense because then his bomb would go off, basically destroying the world.
So anyway, so Doctor Strange has a force field that protects him, but he does not have the presence of mind to make it go underwater.
Nah.
So Tony just kind of swims underwater, digs into the base, disables all the energy in the base, the electric energy in the base.
Yes.
And this somehow makes his suit stop working?
It makes his own suit stop working. Maybe like an electrical discharge or something. I don't know.
No, but he gets charged from the electricity. I get that his whole thing is electricity powered.
Yes.
But he's like, I'm feeding off of the energy from this, and then it cut out, and then he wasn't able to. But then Tony was just walking around in like a forest earlier, and he was in water, and there was no electric energy pouring into him there, so why does he need it now? Anyway, so Doctor Strange's daughter, though, as Tony is like dying from the lack of electric energy, gives Tony batteries from a flashlight, which somehow completely revives him.
Yeah, those batteries are strong. I don't know.
So, and then the military arrives, and they shut down the base and the bomb, and Doctor Strange just manages to escape. But he never appears again. So
that's fine with me.
Yeah. I don't know. I had this one at 2, but I kind of feel like dropping it to a 1.
I'm leaving it at 2.
Yeah. I don't know. Tony's like almost sacrifice was kind of cool. He was like, it doesn't matter. I gotta go at some point, so I might as well just shut you down as I'm going out. Yeah. I don't know. I'll give it a 2, I guess.
Yeah, leave it at 2.
Okay. Next one will be next episode. I almost forgot again.
I literally was about to be like, wait, aren't you? I'm not gonna do it. It's a giant cat thing right there.
This is the end of part 1. Make sure to tune in to part 2 when that comes out.
Friday.
Maybe. I didn't get it out on time last time we had an episode.
Maybe
I was
Friday.
like several days late on everything. If you are listening to this, that means there's a Far From Home review up and also a San Diego Comic-Con coverage up. This is a lot of recording in one day.
This is a lot of recording, guys.
So yeah, you can go listen to all that stuff. And, yeah. See you next time.
Adios.